All right, let's talk this evening about how sedimentary rocks form. Up to this point, we've learned two main types of rocks, igneous rocks and metamorphic rocks. And this is the third and final basic type of rock that we need to discuss, and that's the sedimentary ones. Remember that weathering breaks down rocks and erosion carries the products away. New rocks can form, though, from these eroded materials. And the rocks that form in this way are called sedimentary rocks. The steps to forming sedimentary rocks are pretty straightforward, really. First of all, we need deposition to occur. That's where those products of weathering are dropped by the agent of erosion. So remember that it might be wind or water or waves or even gravity that has caused the erosion, but eventually the products of weathering are deposited, are put down someplace, and that's called deposition. The second step is sedimentation, where very, very slowly, over a very long period of time, thick layers of this material that's dropped by the agent of erosion will build up. And the material is called sediment. So as it's building up, it's called sedimentation because it's this collection of sediment. The third and final step is really a chemical step called cementation. So this sounds like cement, doesn't it? That's where the sediment in the very bottom layer is gradually subjected to millions of years of millions of tons of weight from all of the sediment above that presses down on it. And all of this pressure can cause chemical reactions that will stick the grains of sediment together. And this is how a new rock forms. So sedimentary rocks form in 3 steps: deposition, sedimentation, and cementation. So a sedimentary rock forms when sediments are deposited, gradually building up, and then eventually sticking together to form a new rock. Have a look at this diagram, copy it into your book. You can see several agents of erosion at work here. We can see wind blowing sediment off of the hill and eventually into the sea. We can see rocks rolling down off of the land into the sea under gravity. And we can imagine that if it were to rain on the land, the rainwater would also wash sediments out into the sea. Maybe a river would accomplish the same thing. We might have plant and animal material that builds up on the sea floor as well as these things die, and this can form part of the sediment. Gradually, layers of sediment can form, and you can see underneath the sea floor where the living plants are growing, you can see that there are a number of different layers of different colors. Over time, the very bottom layers will turn gradually into rock as cementation occurs. And that's how a sedimentary rock forms.